Hey everyone, it's the Vigilante. So for today's video, I'm a huge Marvel fan. I don't know if you know this. It's where I kind of inspired my character off of was in the Marvel universe. But I would like to sit there and say that I do love Marvel. Now I have not been too happy with Marvel with some of the movies that they have released and the TV shows, but I don't think some of the movies are as bad as some of the other people make them out to be. So here's a fellow YouTuber that I do enjoy watching. His name is Nerdrotic, and I'm going to be reacting to why Marvel is failing. I'm probably going to agree with some of the stuff, maybe not all the stuff, so let's see.
Nerderotic.com.
Greetings, you over 1 million hellions and the 40% who haven't subscribed yet. This will come as a surprise to absolutely no one, except for Disney and maybe some of the disingenuous people in the access media. Captain America, Brave New World, as I lovingly call Captain African American, is a flop. From Variety, box office, Captain America, Brave New World suffers 68% drop in second weekend. Ouch. And I was waiting for these numbers to be official so we can discuss the bigger picture here and ask the obvious question: why does Disney, Marvel, and their willing and able comrades in the access media feel the need to lie to us so much? Believe me, we'll get to that. But first, let's hear what Variety has to say. Captain America Brave New World is losing momentum at the box office. Did it really ever have any? Even during a muted winter weekend with hardly any competition. After a strong $100 million start, not really that strong, another thing we'll get to, over the extended President's Day holiday frame, and we need to wait right there. As my good friend Az from Heel vs. Babyface pointed out, this was actually a 5-day weekend. The preview night has now stretched into 2 o'clock shows. That's a full day, and I'm looking forward to the first 7-day weekend. Disney Marvel's Captain America Brave New World crumbed by 68% in its second weekend with $28.3 million from 4,105 North American theaters. The Anthony Mackie-led, which might be part of your problem, superhero adventure, which remained in first place on box office charts. Oh, great. It's the tallest midget for the second week in a row, has generated 100.
Okay, we all know why that Captain America Brave New World is failing. Okay, I don't need to sit there and say the reason. We all know the reason. Now, my personal opinion, I don't think that the movie was that bad. Okay, I actually give it a little bit above average. I give it about a 6 out of 10, which is, 5 out of 10 is average. I give it a very hair above average. The reason why I didn't enjoy the movie so much wasn't because Anthony Mackie. I thought Anthony Mackie did a good job for what he was given. And the writing, I didn't actually mind the writing. Now, I don't want to get into too many spoilers, but the reasons why I did not enjoy the movie was I hated his sidekick. His sidekick was annoying and horrible. They could have found someone better to be his sidekick that wasn't annoying. And then I did not like the choice of Harrison Ford picking Red Hulk. Red Hulk is such a major player in the Marvel universe, and to me, they just wasted the opportunity with Red Hulk. Because even though I love Harrison Ford, I'm not taking that against him. He is a legend after all. But the problem is Harrison Ford is 82 years old. He is too damn old to be playing new roles like this. So we're not going to get another Red Hulk. That's the problem. This is going to be pure CGI cameo from now on. We're not going to get another Red Hulk now because, there's no way that Harrison Ford is going to be able to last another 10 years as this role, let alone another movie. We might be able to get lucky enough to where we can get one more movie out of him. And then also, with the new Black Widow, they could have found someone way better. You went from Scarlett Johansson, who's a bombshell, very attractive woman, to that? Okay, to the new one that's going to replace Black Widow? Oh, hell no. You guys need to go back to the drawing board. You know damn well what you were doing with that one.
141 million domestically and 289.4 worldwide to date. Now here comes the bullshit. Captain America cost north of $180 million before marketing. Okay, to be fair, it's not total bullshit because $350 million is north of $180 million, making the production budget slightly less expensive than other Marvel tentpoles. So you're trying to tell me that a movie that you essentially shot twice is the cheapest one you've made in the last couple of years? Bullshit. Variety says it's not that uncommon for comic book tentpoles on the scale of it. I'm glad they put Captain America in quotes because that best describes the movie, to significantly slide in subsequent weekends. Yet this film, saddled with negative reviews and poor word of mouth, fell on the steeper side with a drop closer to 2023's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Commie-Mania. As a matter of fact, it's the third biggest drop in the history of the MCU, coming just behind The Marvels and Ant-Man Commie-Mania. A film Captain America is still trending well behind. This is the new normal for Marvel movies, says obvious bigot and senior ComScore analyst Paul Degarabedian.
Not gonna work here anymore anyway.
There's still no denying these movies have appeal, and Captain America Brave New World will likely three-peat at the box office, but a second weekend drop of 68% reflects less audience enthusiasm than you'd expect from Marvel.
Obviously.
Should Captain America follow suit with Comumania rather than Guardians Volume 3, it'll be concerning for Disney, whose once impenetrable MCU has shown concerning signs of wear and tear in the post-Endgame era. It's also a potential problem for movie theater owners because there's nothing resembling a 4-quadrant blockbuster on the calendar until...
Again, I don't think the movie was as bad as he's making it out to be. No, when you line it up to the other Captain Americas, obviously Civil War is going to wipe the floor with it. Civil War was a masterpiece. Civil War was amazing. The first Avenger was actually still pretty good. It was better than this one. But the thing is, the movie is just not as bad. If you would have replaced Anthony Mackie as Chris Evans, the movie would have done phenomenally better. The reason why that this movie's not doing as well is because of the race swapping. But when you sit there and line this movie up to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and the Marvels, oh, this movie is hands down way better than them two. This movie is amazing compared to those two.
Cheapest Marvel movie made since before the Endgame days.
Right.
This is the moment you've all been waiting for on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to do some math and go into the realm of fantasy a little bit. Let's just assume that $425 million break even for Cap 4 is true. Let's also assume the $180 million budget is true, which it isn't, but let's roll with it. And we're going to go with the kindest estimates here. That $180 million budget does not include marketing, which on a normal movie, which this isn't, you normally add 50% of the budget, which is $90 million, bringing the budget up to $270 million, which it isn't. Of that $425 million break even number, we'll put $225 million to domestic and $200 million to international. Disney gets to keep 60% of that $225 million total, equaling $135 million. Disney gets to keep between 20 and 40% of international ticket sales, so we'll split the difference and say 30% of that $200 million is $60 million. If or when Disney earns $425 million at the box office with Captain Anti-America, it would take home $195 million. Subtract that from the $270 million budget, and you have a loss of $75 million. But you and I both know that Cap 4, a film that was essentially shot twice, did not cost $180 million. I was told from people within Marvel that's what the reshoots cost, and that's probably really close to the price of the marketing. But apparently a lot of people who cover entertainment seem to think that theaters play movies for free. And this has to be said once again, Disney Marvel has been caught lying in the past. With Doctor Strange Bomb, it had a reported $200 million budget when in truth it was a $414 million budget. And if they
I have a very hard time believing that it only costs that much to make. I'm actually with him on this one. I don't know if he's doing the numbers are correct. I don't know how that all works and everything. So he's going to have to sit there. I'm just going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So I'm not going to look into it or anything. But there's no way that costs that much, especially with Harrison Ford being there. Harrison Ford cost a pretty penny for that one. And I didn't even know that they reshot the one. I don't want to know how the first one was.
Lie about this. What else are they lying about? My guess is absolutely everything they can lie about, but ultimately they're lying to themselves and their investors. But you can only bullshit people for so long, and now Disney's willing and able comrades in the access media are wavering. From Variety, Captain America sequel, anything but Brave New Era for aging Marvel IP. As much as some would like to think Deadpool and Wolverine, which did as well as Black Panther, was a return to form, Brave New World is far more representative of where the MCU stands currently. And we even heard from the creator of the Metal Gear franchise, Hideo Kojima, who I obviously know because I'm a master gamer, who spoke for essentially every normie. I watched Captain America Brave New World in IMAX, and I vaguely remember Sam receiving the shield in Endgame, but when did he officially become Cap? Is it because I haven't seen the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Yep. And what's this about the Avengers being reorganized? I'm also getting mixed up with the Thunderbolts trailer. And as far as the Thunderbolts is concerned, people who pay attention to this stuff are going to struggle to remember Ghost, the misunderstood villain from Wasp and Ant-Man. Well, you're not alone on that one, Hideo, but there's also co-creator of Deadpool and Cable and co-founder of Image, Rob Liefeld, who recently completely cut ties with Marvel due to what he...
Okay, so I'm not going to continue to watch the rest because this is pretty much the same thing over and over again. Obviously it's a flop. I knew it was going to be a flop. I think everybody knew that this movie was going to flop. I don't think anyone thought this was going to be a box office smash. This movie could have been the most amazing movie ever made. And it wouldn't, and it would have still been a flop no matter what, for the one reason and one reason only. Now, I can gladly say this, compared to Marvel's recent movies, this one is not a woke movie. There's nothing woke really about this movie outside one thing that people are perceiving. And I think we're just in that day and age where we just need to get over things. We need to get over the race swapping. There, I said it. That's the whole reason why that this movie failed, is because they sat there and replaced Chris Evans with Sam. Now, I don't know the whole reason why they did it. I can make a guess why. I don't know if Chris Evans just did not want to do Captain America no more. I'm assuming if Chris Evans wanted, well, Disney doesn't really care about making money, if we're being honest. That's why they keep giving us the trash that they're giving us. Well, that's it for my reaction. If you enjoy my reaction, please give it a like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay vigilant.